Hmm. Buhari in shock after Tinubu exposes multi-billion naira fraud in his administration. Tinubu's Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has announced that the Buhari-led administration committed fraud in his ministry. Can you imagine Festus Keyamo? The same Festus Keyamo that did not allow anybody to rest. He would be doing, he would be shaking his head like a gamma lizard. He would shake his head, he would shake his head. He will not let anybody talk. If they are intervening, he will not. So he's the one who has the audacity to be telling us that Buhari's led administration committed fraud, and it was all over the place. He will not allow people to rest. While describing the controversial Nigeria Air unveiled by the Buhari-led administration as a fraud, Keyamo submitted that the project remains suspended. Giving details about that project, he noted that the national carrier that was supposed to be an indigenous project and one that was supposed to spark hope for Nigerians was flawed with a lot of secrecy and fraudulent activities. And they were all there. They were telling us everything was good. Oh, if you no fear, we no fear these people. Ah, that means there's a problem somewhere. Hadi Sirika, Buhari's Minister of Aviation, has been accused of embezzling over 8 billion naira meant for the Nigeria Air projects. Nigeria Air, reacting to this, Hussaini Rufai, Aras TV journalist, said, "For those that supported the fraud called Nigeria Air, I am sure you now hear Keyamo call it a fraud. It's a shame. Some will defend fraud just to be politically correct. Kudos to David that alerted us about the fraud." Keyamo made the declaration on Nigeria Air while fielding questions from journalists during the second day of the ministerial sectorial updates on Monday, May 27 in Abuja. Hussaini Rufai said, "For those that supported the fraud called Nigeria Air, I am sure now here you now hear Keyamo call it a fraud. It's a shame. Some will still defend the fraud." Thank God, oh, kudos to David, oh, that alerted us about the fraud. Keyamo declared that Nigeria Air remains suspended, adding that it was anti-Nigeria. In his words, it was never Air Nigeria, it was Ethiopian trying to flag our flag and not Air Nigeria. That is the truth. It was not Nigeria. It only printed Air Nigeria. It was an Ethiopian airline trying to fly our flag. It is so. If it is so, why not allow our local people to fly our flag? Why bring a foreigner to fly our flag? So nobody should deceive you that it is Air Nigeria. Air Nigeria must be indigenous, only Nigeria, or must be for the full benefits of Nigerians. Not that 60% of the profit is given to another country. How does that benefit us? It remains suspended. It remains so he said. Speaking further on some of the steps taken so far to boost economic development in the aviation sector, Keyamo highlighted the commencement of cargo flights. He noted that it will enable Nigeria to tap into the $6 trillion global cargo markets. We have agreed that we are going to resume cargo flights between Nigeria and Saudi Arabia. This has been suspended for a long time, but now cargo flights are back. Guess what? Air cargo trade accounts for 35% of the world trade deficit. Air cargo trade, according to the International Air Transport Association (IATI), attracts about $6 trillion annually, and we are missing you. No, within that sector, we were missing in many routes around the world, and we have achieved that, he said. Can you imagine? See, I just saw one unscrupulous element. Daniel Bola is talking about P2B does not have a part until 2039, when power would have come to the north for 8 years. Can you imagine? All the things wey dey happen now just somebody just be this thing. Talk about the things that Nigerians and your people in your own village and your family members are going through under this. I've not said that this one has even they come to APC. You see them, they are leaving the main thing, the substance, and chasing shadows. Let's come back to what Keyamo nonsense wey down with the yarn. Festus was the praise singer during Buhari government. Festus is good for nothing like FFK. A government where ministers were tired of stealing and looting. Shame to Mr. So-called integrity. Buhari and his ministers need to be tried in the courts of law. The most fraudulent regime in Nigeria is Buhari regime. Nigeria should allow another political party to rule. That is the only way Nigeria will recover. Why not arrest him, including the Minister of Aviation during his tenure? Look at South Africa that jailed their former president for corruption. Nigeria should emulate them. The administration that you were part of, Nigerians will cycle fancy. The clueless but most corrupt Buhari, EFCC and ICP should arrest Buhari. They play. And why has Sirika not been arrested? They just question him. They say they bail him with 100 million naira, and at the end with that, that's the end. This man is receiving free salary. What has Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace achieved? Big name where they kiss small dog. All the ministers are paper tigers. It's time for operation. Show your certificates. It was the years when the locals ate Fulani ethnic agenda. This is crazy evidence of what the Fulani North is doing. I admire your courage and vision, San Keyamo. Admire what? If you had asked Keyamo that time, he would tell you that leave my position, the position that he wants. They are not. I say, go they talk like Osonye. One another na oracle they call all this this. I say, go they talk. He will not let you rest. Now he's not talking. You see that they are shameless. It's as good as covering a big stone with plantain leaf and asking someone to cut those leaves. What is not Was it not the same man that said Bubu was the best thing that has ever happened to Nigeria? What has suddenly changed you, Keyamo? Buhari's administration is Tinubu's administration. It is a continuation. Mr. Keyamo was also a minister in the Buhari administration. EFCC should investigate the Ministry of Labour and Employment to expose the corruption there, please. I am very sure at the end of this administration, the worst will be exposed in full investigation. End of story. So, Lawrence, for our dear David, maybe apologies to us from the noise makers of Air Nigeria. Arrest everyone in Buhari's government. Expose, though, it's just we have been hearing when with all these things translate to sentence convicted, confiscated properties and executed. APC attacking APC. EFCC can't even go after him. He belongs to no good tribe. Mr. Integrity already cashed out to Never Broke. Will you keep quiet for that statement? I'm very sure that this administration looting will definitely supersede the past, and your administration days are numbered for revolution. Same Keyamo supported the project. Oh, yes, he supported the project. If you don't have anything to say, keep quiet. Keyamo has never been a fan of Buhari. He pointedly kicked against his during Buhari regime. It's a lie. It was after their inauguration or whatever they are going. I mean, when they are handing over, when they are to leave. Now in the verse, say they give a minister for states. You know, like who tell you say no support now? I beg second base Jare. So guys, let's say your opinion and I'll get take on this. Thank you.